Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/shitI'm30. Over 180,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. You guys know I listen to Audible every single day. So join me on there. Again, it's audibletrial.com/shitI'm30. Also, I am so excited to announce that I have officially started a one-on-one 60-minute podcast consultations for anyone that has been wanting to start a podcast and is ready to take the first step, or anyone that already has a podcast and wants to take it to the next level. Book your consultation now by going to calendly.com/Carla Ramirez, or you can go to my Instagram or the podcast Instagram. The direct link is also on the bio, and it will be tagged in the description of this show. The individuals that I have been already working with are amazing, and you guys have great ideas, so don't wait. Schedule it now and get your podcast started. Now let's get to the show. Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez. And today I'm recording in New York City with someone that I've tried a few times to record while I was home. And I tried really, really hard, but it just wasn't working. New York's Wi-Fi just be fucking up. Amen. And I know that it's not just you, sir. Because when I'm here, my phone does not work the same. So I was going to say you had Metro, but it's New York. So I have Savoy from the Eat, Pray Thot podcast with me.
Hi.
He walked in with his luggage and everything.
Yeah, I came straight from the bus.
Straight from the bus.
Well, actually, I went to Roast and got me something to eat.
Listen,
because the nigga was hungry.
You can't come in here hungry. Then you're gonna be mad and be like, "Bitch,
I didn't want my
speed
stomach
it
to,
up."
Yeah. I didn't want my stomach to be like rumbling and shit during your interview. You know, these mics pick up everything. So.
No, and when I'm hungry, I'm in a bad mood.
Right, me too.
Yeah,
I'm hangry usually.
Yeah. So no, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, so we usually have my shit you should know topic and segment before we start. And this time, I wanted to ask you: are you a daredevil? Do you do things for?
No.
So you live pretty safe?
I fuck with niggas. That's my that is my daredevil activity. I fuck with niggas.
That can be dangerous.
I'm a gay man.
That is dangerous.
That not dangerous in the way that the Christians would like you to believe.
No,
but
not that
dangerous just in terms that no one should be fucking with niggas.
Listen,
no one.
If I could let him go, I would, but I can't.
I can't leave him alone. Try that pussy, but the thing. Yeah. But that dick turned me on. Anyway.
Listen. So that is all to say that I read an article. So I do shit you should know because I read the news a lot, and I'm always getting notifications. And I read that there was a couple, and their Instagram name is Holiday and Happily Ever After. They just got married and moved here from India. They're 29 and 30. And basically they're travel bloggers. They also work for like corporations as well. And they like to take risky pictures, like on cliffs, and doing like bungee jumping, like crazy pictures for Instagram. So they went to a park, Yosemite, so I believe it's in the Grand Canyon or one of them, to go take a picture off a cliff. And a park visitor found a tripod set, but there was nobody around. So they're like, what happened? Were the people that have this tripod and this camera? Oh my God. So their bodies were then found 800 feet down from the cliff by a special rescue team. Dead. Gone. And their brother said that they set up the tripod to take a pic, and we really don't know what happened, whether it was a gust of wind or they slipped, whatever it was. They tumbled down 800 feet, died. No one knows what happened. And I'm thinking, if it was a wind or it slipped, and you guys are holding, right? Let's say maybe he had his arm around her waist, or she did. If you start falling, did he take her with him, or did she take him with her? Like,
I don't even want to know. That's just a horrible way to
Isn't
die.
it awful? So I actually looked up their Instagram, and I'm going to pull it up right now because I'm like, I really want to see, what I said, Happily Ever or something? Happily, how the hell you spell happily? PP? Or Happily Ever? I just had them up. I think I might have saved it. Let's see. Because she did a post talking about how doing risky things, you can die and you're living on the edge. Here it is. Holidays and Happily Ever Afters is the Instagram. So at Grand Canyon North Rim, she writes, chasing sunsets or chasing likes. So today on social media, badass tribe, we're talking about limits for doing it for the gram. Yeah, sure, it can be limitless, but guys, we are really need to have boundaries. This is handy as life lessons too, but we will revisit that later. A lot of us, including yours truly, is a fan of daredevilry attempts standing at the edge of a cliff and skyscrapers. But did you know that when a wind of gust can be fatal? She put that on all caps. It is our life. Is our life worth one photo? And this was
the same
March 28th. They died like 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow!
So they knew what they were doing, and the pictures are pretty cool. They look amazing, but basically she's saying we're doing it for the likes. So is there anything you've done for the gram that you're like, you know what, this is a little bit too much?
You know what? No, not really. I mean, I guess I don't really do that, like super thotty photos, even though my podcast is called Pray Thot. So like even when I do, like, yeah, no, there's.
I liked your photo shoot with the wig and everything.
Yeah, like, but that was like just like promo, like that was promotional, and I think like even though the title of it was like the Bussy Champion or the Undisputed Bussy Champion, I don't necessarily like. I'm me 99.9% of the time.
So have you been like in a relationship and posted a picture that you knew that nigga was gonna go off? That's risky too.
No.
That's just as bad as falling off the cliff.
I ain't got no niggas. So
Shit.
None that stay long enough to get upset about no damn Instagram photos. But you know that might change soon, I hope.
It's gonna change.
Yeah, it's gonna change. I feel like I can feel coming in the air all night. Hold on. I love that you know that.
I want to sing so bad, but I can't.
But yeah, I haven't ever done. I don't think like nothing that serious. I don't.
So I feel like people die all the time, like in the trains, taking selfie, or they're falling the train, or they're driving. Well, you don't drive here, do you?
No.
No, see, I drive.
I don't drive anywhere. So
I drive and text, or I'll Instagram and snap while I'm driving, and I know it's dangerous, and I really try to consider the fact that I shouldn't be doing it, but I still do it. Yeah,
I mean. Literally, I was just talking to somebody about this. Like, I think we're just in like the society, like we do things for attention and we do things to share or whatever.
I want to share everything. I take pictures of me taking a shit all the time. And I think of it. Every time I shit, everybody celebrates with me.
Wow.
I love it. And then now I got people like they're in the toilet and they take pictures of their feet and they be like Carla style. And I'm like, yes. Like, did it look? Is this S shaped? You know, you good?
I cannot.
I feel like we all should worry about our health. I be constipated a lot, so I think it's a celebration when I go. It's a celebration.
I was constipated this week too, but I shitted a lot yesterday.
You know, I get the traveling constipation when I'm not home.
Because I eat fucking horribly when I'm not home.
Yes, plus it's like you're not comfortable. Like when you're home, you're just in your toilet. Like it's. I don't know.
No, that's not a problem.
Oh, that's you put your ass on everywhere.
Look, I'm the person. No, for real. Hold on. The thing is, it's not even that I put my ass everywhere. Pun not intended. But I'm the person that like no matter where I'm at, like I will get wads of like paper towel. I'll get buku soap. I'll wet the paper towel.
Yes.
I will clean a seat down for a good 2 minutes before.
Do you pee standing up?
I do most times. Not even most times, like half the time. I'm like 50-50.
Okay, well, since I can't stand up.
Down.
Me too. Well, I kind of have to.
Yeah.
But you know how, women can like squat. I don't like squatting. So I'd rather use a bunch of toilet paper and clean a dirty ass toilet. Yeah. Just so I can sit and like comfortably let it out.
Yeah, I can't shit like while squatting. Like
some people do.
I've done it a few times.
How did it come out?
It came out, but it was just like it was uncomfortable.
Your thighs got to be strong as fuck.
Well, girl, look, I've been doing my squats. I did 15 this morning or whatever. Actually, I did 20.
Oh, man, you popping. That ass is growing.
Yes, come on.
We were not supposed to be talking about shit at all.
Sorry.
Well, I always turn everything to shitting. Every time. Every single time. Basically, so Savoy, I wanted to talk to you about what is Eat, Pray, Thot. Like, are you really that much of a thought? What are you eating and what are you praying about?
So Eat, Pray, Thot is essentially, it is my podcast. I came up with it randomly while I was in Miami. I was on the beach.
Of course, in Miami.
Yeah, I was in Fort Lauderdale, actually. I went to Miami later that day. But I was on the beach in Fort Lauderdale, and I was just praying, and it literally came to me like, Eat, Pray, Thot.
What were you praying about? Niggas?
No, God, hell no. No. Ooh, child, the ghetto. But
every time I hear you say that,
woo, child, the ghetto.
It cracks me up.
Because I just use it randomly. I don't use it for what its actual purpose is. But I was just praying because my 30s have been like I'll be 33 next week, but my 30s have been like cranes in the sky. Really, like
Solange.
Yeah, like I tried to eat it away, I tried to sleep it away, I tried to pray it away, I tried to fuck it away. But now things are starting to finally get clear. So that was kind of like the beginning of like.
Were you having, so, you know, Shit, I'm 38 I started it because I wanted to get rid of the expectations from society about where we should be when we turn 30.
Yes.
So I took my last class for my bachelor's the day before my 30th birthday. And I had a daughter at 18. I didn't go to school right away. I worked in the club for a while. Then I was an accountant. You know, and I'm an open book. I was married. I want to take a divorce. I'm dating a new guy for 5 years. I don't want to get married. So people are looking at like, you don't have your white picket fence. You're not in corporate yet. You know, you should have everything cookie cuttered. So did you have certain expectations for yourself from the outside?
I think on some level I did, but I think for me, the biggest thing was for me, I think at that particular time, I think I was finally coming to terms that I didn't want to be in the music industry anymore.
What were you doing in the music industry?
So I am a publicist.
Okay.
So I worked with a plethora of artists from and actors too. So I worked with Bryson Tiller, Tinashe, BJ Chicago Kid.
Well, yeah, he's famous. Listen, I got in the studio.
Trevor Jackson.
Yes, keep it coming.
My friend Rose is Anthony Hamilton. But anyway.
Yes. And the list goes on.
But, yeah, so.
Your expectations. What you didn't want to be in music.
I just didn't want to. I think I was finally coming to terms that like this wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. Which first, like I had dreamed, like I was the kid that like was like 10 years old watching Moesha, like. Knew I wanted to be like knew who Matthew Knowles was, like as a teenager, because I wanted to be in the music industry. That's all I really wanted to do. I started off wanting to be the male version of Brandy, and then my mama told me I couldn't sing. So then let
me see. Give me one song.
See that my 10-year-old voice wasn't that good, but I've been working on my vocals now.
Oh, so see, let me hear it. Prove Mama wrong. Come on, Mama. This is his shining time.
You know I love you. You know I love you.
You know I love you. Oh, we starting a group, bitch. We starting a goddamn group.
But you know now everybody do that vibey ass R&B anyway, so you don't even need to sing for that. So you can just like I can just ride the beat.
We can call Ty over here to make our voices sound real
Amen.
Good.
A word.
So what did you decide you want to do? Going back to the thing.
So I knew I just wanted to tell stories, and that's what Pray Thot really is. Like it's really just about like telling the journey through. My guests, because usually every week is a different guest, and it's just kind of telling their journey or their story through under the guise or the subject matters of Eat, Pray, and Thot. So eat is obviously anything dealing with food. So I might ask you when was the last time, or what's your food phobia? Which for me is like anything that's like jello-y or like I don't like anything that's like mushy.
I wish there was something I didn't
like not even mushy.
What about mashed potatoes?
No, see that's why I said not mushy, but jello-y, like anything slimy,
like custards.
See, no, I like custard.
See, now you playing too
much. Custard. I don't like Jello. I don't like oysters. Stuff that's like
oysters.
Like I can eat one oyster, but after that I'm just like, oh, this feels like I'm swallowing.
It's because you. But you like that one. Do you like that one? That one's jello-y and warm.
But that's different because usually, anyways, we'll talk about that later. And then pray is like life. Is like life. It's life. It's your career. It's just your family. Story. Yeah, your story. And then thought is relationships and love, and sex. A lot of sex.
A lot.
Sometimes it depends on the guest, because everything.
Right.
I think I think I've learned from interviewing people that like every episode isn't going to be super thotty, and every episode is not going to be super Pray. Like some episodes I've came in there, I was like, oh, this is going to be a thotty ass episode, and it became a really Pray like episode. And then some episodes I thought were going to be really Pray have become really thotty. So I think ultimately, or you get a combination of both, but I think my goal is just to tell that person's story and get these stories out.
Find people that you find interesting.
Yeah, and then, of course I have a focus on like LGBTQ, the community, and then black creatives as well. So
as it should be. There's a podcast actually that just came out in Orlando. We don't have colored podcasts like here. I am a kid in a candy store. I want everyone, and like I'm talking to you, and then tomorrow I have like 4 more recordings, and I'm like, I want to soak it all up because in Orlando I don't have that. I have really cool people, but I don't have other podcasters, you know, that are in the creative space. So there's a comedian called Funny Brown Girl. She started, it's called Creative Boundaries. She's gonna kill me. But she talks to all these creatives of color, and she's a brown girl herself. I'm not sure where from.
Okay,
but yeah, I'm not sure which country she's from.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I was gonna ask you, basically, what prompted you outside of, I'm in my 30s, I just want to tell a story. How do you choose now your guests?
So guests really like, so the one good thing about working in entertainment, I've met a lot of great people. So I kind of just pull like a lot. The first season is basically all the writers, all like the poppin' ass writers I know and editors that I know.
Nice. I wouldn't know any of
them. Whether that be Daniel Young from Essence, or Gia Peppers, or Isolde,
I know her,
or Shamika Sanders. Like, so it was just kind of like or Michael Arsenault. Like, I just pulled every writer. And then of course a few friends.
The Arsenal, does he have a book?
Yes, I Can't Date Jesus, which is amazing. Yes. So Michael's like one of my favorite people in the whole world. So yeah, so it's just first season was more or less like pulling from my Rolodex, and then second season has kind of been more or less like me actually just reaching out to people that I wanted to talk to. So like my first episode for season 2 was Max Connor, which is like he's a famous gay porn star, black gay porn star.
I remember you were very excited and you sat on his lap. You put that ass down, no toilet paper.
So yeah,
did you wipe it down?
I was very excited to have him. So yeah, and then like Mouse and Mouse Jones and all those folks. So
what do you do now outside of the podcast? Are you still working?
Yeah. So I have my own PR firm. Oddly enough, I started that 18 months ago, even though I want to get out of it.
Wait.
I know, right? That's so counterproductive. But
are you enjoying it more since it's just you?
I think I enjoy the flexibility of working for myself. Wow, sex.
See,
wow.
You just want to thotty it up so bad, Savoy.
Right, y'all. First of all, I've been in DC with my goddaughter and my best friend, so I have not been able to masturbate for like 3 days. And that is a long time for me.
Can't you go in the bathroom while you're taking a bath?
No, because I don't like doing it in the bathroom because shower plus cum.
In the toilet?
Yeah, but no, I'm just weird about like people. I like freedom when I masturbate.
You want
like,
the air?
I want to be able to watch my porn at the highest volume. Anyways, so that is not what you asked me. I just go on tangents. I like the freedom of working for myself. I don't like having to wait for checks, deposit checks, pay taxes, or any of those things.
They're awful.
They're awful.
And you're in New York. New York is
awful.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's disrespectful. So, I like that. And I don't hate PR. I think I'm just like, I don't have the passion that I used to have for it.
And that's so important.
And like, yes. And for anything in entertainment, I tell people anything all the time. I tell like new kids interns, everybody I meet, I'm like, the moment you don't have a passion for this shit, don't do it anymore.
Right.
Because those people, like I meet those people every day, and it's just like, A, they hate the job, or B, they just don't do shit. And it's like, I think one thing I've prided myself throughout my 8 years of doing and being in the music industry, well, really, I started interning 10 years ago. So,
you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. So, but I started in PR 8 years ago. But in my 10 years of working, like, I've always prided myself on being a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? Going above and beyond. Like, I think all my artists, for the most part, there are a few that I didn't do shit for, but most artists will tell you that if I wasn't the best publicist they had to work with, I went the hardest.
Okay.
Like,
and that's what happens when you're passionate about something. Yeah,
exactly. Because you have to be passionate about.
It doesn't matter if
to bother these writers.
Some people are passionate about teaching elementary school kids. And
exactly.
They are the best. And you see those teachers and you see the difference in those kids when they leave their classroom.
Exactly.
And they go to the next grade.
And then you see the teachers that like they are just here for a paycheck, and you're like, woo, child, why did you do this to yourself? You can do something else.
Absolutely. And me as a mother, I've seen those. And I'm just like, ma'am, what's the problem? So like, do you not want to teach the kids? Which they don't. They really, really don't. But I kind of like for some of those to be in it, for those that are parents actually, because it teaches, I've taught my child through it, that you're going to go into the real world and there's going to be bosses you don't like. There's going to be clients you don't like. Whatever it is that you do, there are people that are just shitty.
Amen.
We live in a world with shitty people. So if you have to deal with that teacher, oh, she doesn't let me go pee, then you need to pee before. Or you're going to hold the shit until your bladder explodes. Don't ask her to go pee. Piss your pants.
That's fucked up. The teacher won't let her go pee though.
Right, but it's an hour class. She's in middle school now.
That's fair.
So you're moving every hour. Go pee beforehand.
Fair.
I don't care what you do. Like, you're pissing the teacher off already. Like, the teacher don't like you. Like, they don't. She's had a teacher that just... But my daughter could be like me, quite a personality. So some teachers just don't like it, and that's fine.
Look.
But for that hour, you need to sit your ass there and be quiet.
Yeah.
You know, and deal with it. And that's how I've dealt.
What sign is your daughter?
She is a Gemini.
Ooh, child.
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
What does that mean?
Geminis are the worst.
Are they?
Yes.
What happened? Because now I got a Gemini and she's a teenager. What am I expecting?
You know, Gemini women are not as bad. Gemini men are straight trash. And I know this because
is there a sign of men that aren't trash?
I haven't met them yet. But
have you met all of them?
I haven't met all of them yet. Okay, here's the thing. All the men that I have, there are 3 men in my life that I have really, really like loved and cared about.
Mm-hmm. They were all Gemini?
They were all Geminis. And they all fucked me over. So,
I'm gonna need you to get away from them.
Girl, I'm trying. Look.
Let me check.
I started dating a Cancer, and I'm like, woo, child. I was just.
What's Cancer?
Cancer is like end of.
It's July area.
Yes, it's end of June, July.
Oh, okay, no.
So he's still close to the Geminis.
No, my boyfriend's a Libra. He's a Libra.
See, no, Libras are good.
Are they?
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't had a problem with a Libra. Virgo, most of my bad situations with men have been Geminis, Virgos, and Sagittarius.
So do you really think it has to do with, I love this because I'm not even going by what the hell I had written down. Do you think that it has, no, I like it. Do you think it has to do with their sign, or is it just, are they just shitty men?
I mean, are
we just blaming the sign? Because
I think there's signs. I believe in astrology for sure. So I do believe that there are certain traits that are very much
like I'm a Taurus, and when they say we're hard headed, I truly believe it.
Very true. But also Geminis are, and that's the one thing that I think are very true about Geminis, is that Geminis literally are the twins. They're the twin signs. So they have 2 personalities.
Who's a twin sign? What do you mean?
Geminis.
They have 2 personalities?
Yeah, so literally Gemini is twins. So it's like they have 2 personalities. And that's really like when I'm dealing with when I'm dealing with Geminis, even one of my best friends is a Gemini. Even when I'm dealing with her, like, they really are. They're 2 different sides. You know what I'm saying? And that, depending on the day, you never know what you're getting. And they're kind of inconsistent that way.
Yes, like my daughter sometimes like so loving and ready to work hard, and then the next I check her report card and she has an F in art. Why? You love art. Out of 6 things, she didn't turn in 2 of them. I mean, she only turned in 2, and I'm like, ma'am. What are we doing? Yeah. Your only job is school. So some days she's doing good, and then the next day she's depressed. But then I'm like, is it because she's a raging hormonal teenager? Well,
I'm sure that has.
Oh my God, I don't think I want to go back home.
I don't think, no.
I was going to bring her up here. She didn't come.
Look, I had to deal with my 3-year-old goddaughter today, like the last couple of days. And I was just like, if this is what you're like at 3. Like, and she's a good child, but like, it's still like, she's 3.
I can't even imagine. I have a nephew that's 3, and I had him for 24 hours, and I don't think I'll pick him up again for another 6 months.
Yeah, like 3-year-olds, just children need a lot. I don't think I like children ages 2 to 12. I tell people. Like,
so before they can speak.
Before they can, like, when they're babies and they're like, learn
2 to 12, it should be like 2 to 18.
No, 2 to 12, because I like teenagers.
Oh,
because at least the thing I like about teenagers is that they can start to express themselves and show their personalities.
Too much. I guess you like it from the outside.
Exactly.
From the outside is good.
I probably want my teenagers.
Do you want kids?
I'm not sure.
And that's okay.
And for the first time, like when I was like part of this 30 journey, is like I always like, oh, I want 4 kids. I don't know what I want anymore.
4.
I wanted 4. Yes,
Shit.
I wanted a set of twins, and then I wanted two more.
Oh, you were very specific about.
Yeah,
what
I
you
was
wanted.
very well. You know, girl, that's the that's the perk of being a gay man.
You can choose
adoption
exactly what you can get a white, an Asian one, a black one. You can choose what state they're born.
I can get whatever I want. No, I'm getting black babies.
I hope so.
Emphasis on black babies. But yeah, so I don't really know. I know that right now I can't even think about a child. Like I'll be 33 next week. I don't want to even think about the possibility of children.
And that is
35.
the beauty of being gay. There's no slip ups. Where's the slip up at? You're not gonna wake up on Monday and be like, damn, I missed. What did you miss?
Yeah,
I didn't take a shit. I'm pregnant. Like what? No. I'm constipated. Something's wrong. No. To me, fair. I'm in June of next year. My second IUD comes out, and that's 5 years. So when I take it out, I'm back to being fertile, and I don't want kids. I don't know if maybe one day, but I'm 99% sure I don't want another kid.
Okay.
My boyfriend has one. I have one. We're good, right? So I wanted him to get a vasectomy. And he hasn't said no, but he's like, okay, I'll go to a consultation. So I'm going back home now to schedule some so we can go together.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't think there's anything wrong with getting snipped.
Hold on 1 second.
What'd you do over there?
Well, look, y'all,
we talk about kids, you got nervous.
Right? I don't think that, like, if you know you don't want kids, good. If you know you just don't want kids,
I think vasectomy is reversible. I mean,
it is.
Always something can go wrong. But actually, I want to ask some of the listeners out there if they have any men or women that have husbands or boyfriends that have them. How do they get them to do it? Or what prompted a man to get a vasectomy? Because I really wanted to get one.
I know my dad got his because
he was done.
He needed to be done.
Oh, he got a lot of kids?
My dad had 4 kids in a 9-month span.
Stop.
I swear to God.
Savoy, stop.
No, I swear to God. So right now, until
so if it's in a 9-month span, that's 4 different women.
No, 3, because he had a set of twins.
Oh, okay.
And so in his fairness, he technically would have had 3.
Okay. Still,
twins popped up. So from August 19th until November 7th, when my birthday happens, they're like all 4 of us are the same age. Imagine like going to school.
He didn't have a hobby?
Fucking is my daddy's hobby.
Still?
Yes.
No wonder he got the vasectomy.
Fucking is my daddy's
and
hobby.
Are you guys the only 4?
Yes. Well, technically no, but I have an older sister from my dad's side, but she died in Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
she died in the 70s before I was even thought about.
Oh, yeah. That was a long time.
So still sad for him, but
right.
Yeah.
So for him, he procreated 5 children.
Yes.
4 women
that we know about. That's the joke between me and my siblings.
The good thing about him is that he was very conscious about the fact. That's a smart man. He got it all done at once.
See, I could give him that if I actually thought he planned it, but if you talk to my father, Tony didn't plan this. He didn't plan
He was out there slanging dick.
He was just slanging dick. And lots of it.
What about marriage?
Do you know how embarrassing it is, though? Like, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's your daddy.
My dad lives because my dad lives in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is a very small.
That sounds like a white place.
It is. So there's
are your brothers and sisters mixed? Are you from Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And your mama black?
Yeah, my mom black.
So she was the one black lady there.
No, not the only one. But the black community is growing there, but it's still very small. Literally, it's like. But at the time when my father was like living there, it was literally like if you were black and you were a man, you were green. They thought you were played for the NFL. They thought you played for the Packers.
Did he lie and say he did?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
but like everybody knows my father. So like being a kid, I would always be like, they'd be like, "You Tony's son, ain't you?" And I'd be like, "Yes."
Yeah, because there's a black man around, and I look like him.
Right? Fair.
So what about marriage?
Marriage.
You do want to get married?
I do want to get married. Oh yeah, like I got my whole wedding planned down.
Oh, but do you want to get married for the wedding or do you want to get married for the marriage?
Okay, so I do want to get married for the marriage. I think.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No, I'm gonna do it.
Run.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna do it because I really want like a lifelong partner. So when
you can have it without the marriage.
I can, but I want the marriage.
Okay.
I want that. And I totally know
they're gonna take half your stuff.
We ain't getting divorced.
Oh,
see, here's the thing. I'm not married. Like, granted, as because I'm in my 30s, I know that nothing is for certain. But you with me for life. Like, so we gonna do lots of like this before we gonna be together for a long time before we even get married.
But shit happens.
Shit does happen. So if it happens, it happens. But I mean,
if it happens, then you're gonna die.
No. This is just I'm like I said, this is one of the things that's gotten clear. I'm realizing that what is for me is for me. So if I get married and I get divorced, that's what was for me.
That's a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah.
And that's actually, I think it's a mentality that comes later on.
Yeah. Look.
It takes a while. And it takes a lot for you to come to that conclusion. Because we want things when we want them and how we want them and where we want them.
Amen.
And all that. And then you're like 30 and you just think, oh, shit. I didn't get none of what I wanted. And then I'm not a super religious person, although I was born in the church. But I do believe in, like, there's a higher power.
Yes.
So what is for you is for you. So don't rush anything. It's not about what you want. It's what's supposed to be there for you, and it's gonna come when the time is right. Because I'm sure I could have been doing this podcast a long time ago. I've been talking shit for a long time. Been getting in trouble, like all these things. So I could have been doing this years ago, but it wasn't my time.
Exactly.
I needed to go through certain struggles. I needed to lose my dad. I needed to do all these things, and I wouldn't have the perspective that I have in life now. Then,
exactly,
because I was just spoiled rat and doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah.
Does anyone really know what they want to do though?
Well,
some people do, but those people are weird.
Well, you mean like from like the get go, from day one?
Yeah, those people are weird.
I think so too.
Yeah,
some people like are born and
like Beyonce.
Did she know from day one?
I feel like she knew from day one.
Ugh.
I feel
did she know she was gonna be so perfect?
Yeah.
She's so perfect.
Yeah, right. So I feel like some people do know, but those people are like.
I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I wanted.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to be a cop. And then I had my daughter, and I was like, oh my god, now I'm a mom. I played basketball all my life.
Okay.
And then I got pregnant, and it was like, okay, well that's not gonna work out anymore.
I need to
take care of a little kid. She's hungry and shit. And I gotta work. All these things change. And then I went to school for accounting. I became an accountant for all these years, and then I'm like, the hell am I doing?
Wow, we really
here?
do have similar. I interned.
Where?
My senior year of high school, I interned at the accounting office at a hospital and went to school for accounting for like the first year, and then I was like,
the first year,
I was like, this shit ain't for me.
It's not. It's not for me. Like, look at me. Have I sat still here yet?
No.
I'm sitting here doing spreadsheets and numbers, and I'm good with numbers because I worked at a pawn shop with my family. So I like people, and I'm outspoken, and I'm sitting here behind a desk, like crunching numbers for hours. And then here comes close week when we work 60 to 70 hours a week, and I'm like, I want to talk to people. Talk to me. But accountants are weird. They're really
what's so
quiet.
crazy?
We're not accountants, baby.
Yeah, no. Well, what's crazy to me that when I was doing the internship, the head of the department, like, she called me in because like we had to do like check-ins and stuff like that, and she's like, "Do you really want to do this?" Because she was just like, "I just don't see." She was like, "I literally don't see you doing this," and I was like, no, this is what Tony wants me to do. This is what my dad said. My dad said I had to get a real job.
Yes, and that's why I got it.
My dad said I had to get a real job.
That's what I would have been a stripper if my ass was fat and I had a waist, but I'm square too. I can't dance. I mean, tell me I can't dance. See how quick I start twerking. But I just can't make any money off of it.
Look, girl, you pretty though. That's enough. You got nice breasts.
No shade. My daddy paid for them.
Okay. Thank you.
He was so nice.
Yes. Come on, Daddy.
I love him. Right, like, see, that's another thing. It's so scary when I'm 30.
I love that your dad brought your breasts. I got a gentleman.
So when I got them done, I came home. I don't think I've ever told the story. I came home, and my dad's in his house, and I just took my shirt and just flashed me. Said, "That's the most expensive pair of titties I ever paid to see." I was just so open. Like, after you get them done, you really don't give a fuck.
You really happy? No. I've heard. No,
I was very sick, and I was in the hospital. And he told me, if you get better ASAP, I'll pay for your boobs. I had none. It was like flat. Wow. My husband back in the day took joke with me. He would rub my back and tell me how you turned around. I'd be like, that's not funny.
You should have divorced him.
I did. Ain't shit, nigga. And that's why he broke now too.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma is such a bitch. Anyways, let's go into the other segment that I have. It's unsolicited advice. So basically, I give advice, and you're gonna help me give advice to people that basically didn't even ask for it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read what they said. They didn't tell me. Sometimes they tell me, but I like the ones that didn't ask me for it, so I can tell them what the fuck I want and not feel bad about it.
Okay.
So we're gonna do one. Let's see. Do you want to do one? About a girl that has a crush on a guy at work.
Okay.
Or what's the other one? No, let's just do that one. Okay, it's kind of long, so it's like a story.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so I've been at this new job for about 2.5 months in a legal clerkship, taking the bar in the coming months. I'm sitting apart from the legal department near the finance guys. Everyone in my area has introduced themselves to me apart from this one guy. Mm-hmm. I meant to introduce myself, but the first week kind of got away from me, and I thought it was awkward to start talking to him 1 month in, so I've been ignoring him. Walking past his desk every day. He makes a point of pausing whatever he's doing to stare at me, but I avoid his gaze. Cut to 2 weeks ago, the both of us attended mandatory training and we were seated next to one another. He jumped right in and introduced himself, apologized for not speaking to me sooner. We kind of hit it off and spoke throughout the day. He pretty much only spoke to me and kept touching my arm the entire time, laughing and at all my corny jokes. I make corny jokes all the time. People laugh. I'd be wondering if I'm funny, if I'm really just corny and they're trying to make me feel good. Anyway. The next day, we started talking in our office IMs, nothing inappropriate, jokes and stuff. We went to coffee, he paid, and we made plans to get lunch. So this is where I need to be dragged back to the Old Testament. Oh, child. I kept thinking about him for the last Friday and emailed him my number. I prefaced the message with I'm not sure if you check your work email during the weekend, but add me to WhatsApp. I made sure it was super casual and it could be read in various ways. He responded Monday morning that he didn't and that he'd add me right away. Well, he hasn't added me and he hasn't spoken to me since last week. Will not initiate conversation, but will respond with a person to talk to. Nothing personal, just a work friend. I thought he'd be a cool person to talk to. Nothing personal, just work friend. Now I'm acting super awkward and avoiding him like mad.
Wow.
What do y'all make of this? And why can't men be consistent? Am I reading too much into this?
You start.
Listen, the fuck are you doing? First of all, you just started this job. There's men Tinder. Swipe. If you want to talk to somebody, go on Tinder.
What's this? What she in a small town? They ain't many dick options.
Okay, but the one at work, it's a new job, corporate. Now, I come from corporate. Now, if you interned, you did corporate for a little while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, emailing, add me to WhatsApp. I've been at work for a year. I've been over a year in certain places. Yeah. I don't really do too much of that.
Yeah.
Outside of work, messing.
I mean, usually people have my number though.
And I feel like she's bullshitting with saying, I want it to be casual. Come on now. You want to see him touching my arm. He paid. We made plans for lunch. You wanted that dick.
Maybe she didn't want to.
And now
she wanted to know more about him.
Right. I think it might have been too quick. And that's probably why he's acting the way he has. He probably has a wife. And he was probably just trying to be nice. And he's just a touchy-feely person.
Yeah, I mean, since I feel your pain, and she a young girl, that's how you know she knew. Yeah, I've been there.
You been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Were you being too aggressive though? Like when you think back to it?
Well, I mean, yeah.
See,
not even too aggressive. I think I've been there, and I think when I say I've been there, I think more or less like I've been there where you flirt with somebody multiple times. There's a touchy-feely, there's a vibe, and then when you go once you go to like a deeper, like try to move this along to the next level, they're like, and you're like, but we've been flirting for like 5 weeks now, nigga.
But then maybe you mistake the flirt.
Fair. I've learned. Look. Part of living in New York, I've learned a lot of things, and part of that is learning that people will just flirt to flirt.
Yeah, it might not even be a flirt.
I don't do nothing. I'm intentional about all my actions. So if I'm flirting, it's because I want the dick, or I want to, or I'm interested in the dick. Like, I don't flirt with just niggas just to be like, ooh, I ain't got nothing else. So you don't have
a friendly personality?
I know I'm very friendly, but I think flirting and being friendly. Can someone
mistake you're friendly for flirting?
No, because my flirting is very specific. My flirting is low key, like it's like I could get sexual. Like I could get sexual harassment charges.
Okay, that's weird.
Like I'm the type of motherfucker that's like like I told somebody today, I was like, my version of flirting is asking you when the last time you got a facial. Like
what? Wait, what's a facial?
Yeah, like
a facial.
A facial.
Okay, so that is sexual harassment.
Right.
That is inappropriate.
So, exactly. So
and you can't ask that at the workplace.
No, not at all. But that's why I'm saying I'm intentional with my flirting. There's a way to be nice. Like I can be jokey and funny, but when I'm flirting, I'm flirting with purpose.
So this guy, would you have thought that he wanted to date?
Because you flirting with me and we've been flirting for days and you bought my fucking coffee. I'm sorry. I don't buy people. I'm a greedy motherfucker.
I'll buy people. Like I'll go out with people and be like, oh, I'll get the coffee. It's just coffee. What is it, $3?
But if you rubbing a bitch arm and laughing at
what
her
if he
wasn't?
Jokes? What if she was telling jokes and he's the type that's like ha 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 and like just puts the arm like doesn't.
But then you touch her arm multiple times.
Was she being that funny?
No, I ain't that guy. I'm funny as a motherfucker and people don't touch my arm. I've told multiple jokes and never been like, ooh, just niggas just slapping my arm. Like niggas just don't slap my arm. So I would have thought the same thing. Like, oh shit, he touching me. Hey Zaddy, what's your name? What's your number?
You about this coffee? I'm about to give you this.
You wanna a side of bussy with that coffee?
So I definitely think that means that.
But she can't be awkward about it. She got to be a G about it. I think that's the one piece of advice I would give her. Like the fact that she's being awkward now. Like no, bitch. Like
just speak.
Just keep speaking. Don't let him think that you feel salty.
Since you say awkward, there was actually another one. It's really short. When was the first time you had a kiss?
Ooh.
How old were you?
My first male on male kiss, or my first like kiss ever?
Kiss ever.
My first kiss ever, I believe I had like a I had an Indian girlfriend.
Oh my God, this is perfect. How old were you?
I was 6.
Okay, bitch, it's story.
And we would make out. Wow. Okay, I totally forgot about that.
I did not. Well, Muslim doesn't necessarily mean Indian, but this is funny. This is a short one. And this is so funny that you said that. I didn't even know.
Yeah, like I had an Islamic girlfriend. Okay. That's the better one.
So it says.
I think that's right. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. I'm not trying to be problematic.
Where did it start? Listen, I am old. And I can't see, and I don't have my glasses. Point for a while. I'm over here reading like I don't know what the fuck. Did you go to school, bitch? I did. I just can't see what the fuck I'm reading. Okay. It says, I'm 29 years old, and I think I want to have my first kiss with a guy I went on 3 dates with. Yes, bitch. 29. Okay. It says, yes, I've never kissed anyone before. So this week he invited me to his place and cooked me dinner. We had a good time, talked about random shit, but I was perplexed. He wasn't making any moves, not trying to initiate any physical contact. So when I was about to leave, I just thought, fuck it, I'm not waiting any longer, and asked him, why haven't you made a move yet? The whole thing was really awkward. I was giggling, laughing uncontrollably. I'm like, sorry, I told you I was awkward. He said he was trying to be respectful and that he could infer from our conversations, I told him I was Muslim, that I didn't have any experience. He's like, can I come closer? And he did, but I couldn't maintain eye contact. He had to physically move my face towards him. The kiss lasted about 10 seconds long before I pulled away. I can't believe that's it. I felt nothing but nerves the entire time. Not aroused or anything. I'm pretty sure
it's your first time.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I freaked him out too. I kept being like, I'm sorry, giggle. This man is 34 and he's dealing with a 39-year-old Muslim chick who clearly has no experience. I'm scared he will now ghost me and I can't figure out why I felt nothing.
Wow. Okay, well, first of all, this is your first time.
First kiss.
Yeah, your first kiss. So, of course you were nervous. And you were 29, bitch. If you don't waited that long, of course you nervous and don't know what the fuck you supposed to. You don't even know what you're supposed to. I didn't
supposed to feel.
Yeah.
I just feel like you're being awkward. And I think he knew.
And you're grown now.
Right.
So I feel like when you get your first kiss as a teenager or a kid, there
like,
is all that. Yeah.
It's more like I'm not supposed to be doing it. Yeah. And like that spark is in it too. I just think she needs to just relax.
Yeah, you got to relax.
Just
definitely
chill.
Relax.
I think he's fine. I'm pretty sure he knows by this point you have zero experience and you were just nervous.
Yeah.
So if he ghosts you, he just didn't like you. But if he went on 3 dates, and those 3 days you guys clearly didn't even kiss.
Yeah.
And he was fine going from the first to the second, from the second to the third, and now the fourth.
Yeah, he likes you, sis.
He likes you.
And he ain't gonna ghost you.
No, I don't think he will.
No, he's totally not. I mean, he might, but
all that damn giggling. No, I don't think he'll ghost her, and she shouldn't start acting awkward from it. Just be like, let's try it again.
Yeah.
Be like,
now, if you don't feel it the second or the third time,
you might be gay.
No, I was not gonna go there.
Oh.
You might not just feel it for him. I hate you, Carla. For really, you just straight to lesbianism. You might
she
be
might
a lesbian.
just be a lesbian. Just
you might be Ellen.
Just go and get you a girl. See what you feel. Because at this point, we ain't got no more time to waste.
No, I think he might just not be the one. Because sometimes you don't. Sometimes that's the thing.
So you got two options.
Yeah.
Try one more nigga. If that next nigga you still don't feel nothing, try your homegirl. And see if you feel something then. Because, we've had years to figure out what we want and what we like. If she gets just as much time to figure it out, she going to be about 40.
But like you said, this is the whole point of the podcast. We're not supposed to, by society. No,
but if she wants children and marriage and all that, her eggs going to dry up. I mean, she can also always adopt and freeze her eggs. But, then you're going to be a 50-year-old mama. We don't want none of that.
She might want that.
If you do. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
You're right. See, I be judging people sometimes. I need to stop doing that.
Let her be open.
Because
we're supposed to be breaking societal norms. So if she wants to be a 50, if she wants to be a 50, I can't even think about 50. I'm trying to stay in the moment. I gotta think about 33.
No, that's the only thing you can think about. And then when people have asked me before, do I want more kids, or I'll say no. And then it's like, would you have your kid again now? Or at 18, I'll have her at 18 every single day of my life again.
Really?
Yes. I'm here now. I'm 31. I'm chilling. I look good. I mean, I probably should stop eating as much as I do. But, I'm fine. I can now live my life and I can travel young. Traveling younger, I missed the college experience. I didn't do that. I didn't have a hoe phase, all that stuff. But I feel like I can enjoy life.
You didn't have a hoe phase?
I didn't.
I didn't have a hoe phase for real either.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a small one
I have. So Mandy actually gave me the word. You know how they do the kink of the weeks and stuff on their show? So there's actually a word for me, and it's mostly I can only really have sex when I really feel something for someone. I have to be in love. And we might, I have to I have to fuck with you hard, and my sex is with emotion.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've even been with someone later on that I was in a relationship with and loved, and when we did it again, it was like nothing.
I'm kind of like you, but I've had a lot of sex with motherfuckers I didn't love, but I am like you.
Yeah, no,
I prefer
I like relationships and the loving, and you need to cuddle with me and take me to dinner and tell me you love me, and
come on, take you to dinner and cuddle with you.
Yes, because you're not going after you finish. I'll be damned if you gotta get up and leave. You gonna wipe me down, and then no. Anywho, so it says he might ghost you, he might not. You might be gay, you might not. You might want to be a 50-year-old mom, you might not. Just do you, and keep trying. Just keep trying.
Yeah, kiss. Look, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince.
That came at the right time. Mm-hmm. Yes, and from there we're gonna go to my favorite segment. It's my shit talk. Basically, here I talk a lot of shit. And there's something that happens, and I'm like, what do I want to talk about today? So, 6th grade. When did the whole Colin Kaepernick thing start about? 2 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, so my daughter was in 6th grade, and she is half black. Mm-hmm. And I want her to be very in touch with her culture, because although I am Puerto Rican, I was raised in Orlando. I was born in Puerto Rico. I got there when I was 8. My friends will be like, you think you're a nigga? And I'm like, no, I don't. It's just, that's who I connect with more, because that's what I grew up with, you know? So anyway, I try to teach her.
Low-key, you are you are a black Puerto Rican, though.
I get it all the time. My sister's super, super Spanish, and I'm not. So when you see us together, you're like, just because you guys look exactly alike, that's why they know we're sisters. Yeah. But we don't hang out in the same anything. Circles. At all. She's super Spanish. People will ask me why hasn't she been on the podcast? And I'm like, well, we don't talk about the same things. We're so different. We just are. Anywho, so I was teaching her everything, and I'm telling her about Trump, and Trump got elected, why Kaepernick was doing what he was doing, because the kids were talking about it, but they were just seeing the NFL side of it or the celebrity aspect of it. Mm-hmm. They didn't really know what was going on. They just knew the name. So I explained everything to her, and I gave her the whole rundown, and she understood it. A couple of days later, my friend who has a daughter, same age, same class, same school, calls me. She goes, "Did you know that Ayana was sitting down during the anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance at school?" And I said, "Huh?" She goes, "Yeah, Ayana's been sitting down." So when I come home I pick her up, she comes home from school, and I'm like, baby, you didn't tell me anything about you were sitting down at school. And she says, "Yes, well, I'm going to sit down because now it says injustice for all, and it doesn't include me and my family and my people." So she's like, "I feel like I want to sit down as well." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. You go ahead and sit down." So she's been sitting down ever since 6th grade. She's now in 8th grade. She comes home. She's always in trouble, so she never got her phone. I take her phone away from her at least once a week. So she doesn't have her phone.
A real mom.
Oh, no computer, no phone, no nothing. Be miserable. Like, that's how it is all the time. So she doesn't have her phone this day. And she's at school, and when I pick her up, she's like, "I have something to tell you. Please don't be upset." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" So she goes, I know how you get. And I'm thinking she done something real bad. I said, "What did you do? Because I'm about to whoop your ass before we get home." Or like, "We need to go back to talk to the teacher. Something happened." So she said she had a substitute teacher, and that she has now a few friends, including some white ones, that sit down with her. So she explained to them like everything about Kaepernick and why things are not good in this country right now for people of color. So they sit with her in school during the whatever they do. I'm like, "Oh, look at my baby doing good things." So the substitute teacher comes in and starts screaming at them, telling them to get up. So she's like, "Well, this teacher's there. It's not my regular teacher." And she was like, "You guys need to get up right now." And Ayana was like, I don't stand through it. And she said that they were being disrespectful to the veterans, and they need to respect the flag, and that we're in America, and all these things, screaming at them. So she doesn't have her phone. One of her friends has her phone, so she starts texting her mom. So the mom, I guess, must have worked clothes, and she did what I would have done, which was get up out my desk and show up at the school immediately. So she said, "If you guys don't get up, I'm calling the principal." So she ended up calling administration, and all this happened. The mom got there so quick that basically the principal called my daughter out, and she was like, "You don't have to stand up. Don't worry about her. Like, she's not going to be back. Just don't pay any attention to her. Don't speak to her for the rest of the class." And I was kind of upset that they didn't call me. And I'm thinking, with something like this, they should have called me. They should have told me this happened, because a grown woman screaming at my baby about what the fuck I tell her she's allowed to do? No, ma'am. And she doesn't have to respect a goddamn flag with her cracker ass. You know what I mean? And I asked her, "Was she white?" She said, "She is racist, mommy." I said, "Well, we're not going to go all the way out, but she is. Don't say that to your friends at school, but she is. You don't have to respect a goddamn flag because that flag doesn't respect you or where you come from." And until something like that, until something changes in this country, if you feel like you don't want to stand up because for certain people that look like you, it's not the same. And even if they don't look like you, it's not equal for everyone. Sit your ass down. And she has. So I went back to go look for this teacher, and I asked to see where she was. But she was a sub, and they haven't taken her back. So I want to let her know, Miss Substitute Teacher, wherever the fuck you are, because it's a really, really big podcast, and everyone listens to this. I'm sure you do too. If you ever see me in these streets, go ahead and say hi and tell me the teacher you spoke to my daughter. I will. I have words for her. Don't you ever raise your voice at my daughter, because I will raise my hands at you. And I'm trying to change my life. But no.
Please don't go to jail.
You know what? I don't have a job right now. So I have no one to answer to when I don't show up to work on Monday.
I think.
And my sister's a lawyer. I got it all figured out.
Your Spanish sister is a lawyer.
I think I shouldn't call her. She's going to leave me in jail. I might have to call somebody else.
I think I do remember you talking about that on past episode. Yes. That you said that your sister is a lawyer and that you wouldn't call her.
I wouldn't call her. No. You know, I got.
Is she older or younger than you?
Older. She ain't shit. She ain't. She just be like, "I called you that I got a traffic ticket and my license is about to get suspended." And I'm like, "Can you fight this for me? You know, like make it go away." She's talking about the easiest thing would be for you to pay the ticket. No shit, bitch. I know that. I don't want to pay the ticket. I want you to do the work for free. Come on. She never responded. So now I got to pay $164. I'm pissed. Like, what's the point of you being a lawyer? What did you go to law school for if it's not to help your family? You know?
Oh, wow. Oh,
what's up?
What you doing with your life?
What are you doing?
Get it together.
You're helping strangers. You should help me first. My license is about to be suspended yet again. I swear it's suspended at least 3 times a year. But that's for a different story, a different time. Anywho, do you have a little shit talking? Anything happened recently that you want to be like, you know, fuck you?
You know what? Damn, I should have came prepared.
I didn't tell you, my bad.
No, it's fine. What do I have? I'll use this example.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I had an interesting conversation with somebody that I actually consider a friend. But we were just talking about being gay. He was like, "Oh, I don't think everybody's born that way." And I was like, "How would you know?" And he was like, "I just don't think everybody's born that way."
Damn, people that. Ugh.
I was like, once again, because he's a heterosexual cisgender man. I was like, are you gay? And he was like, no. Then I was like, then you should just stay in your lane. So, long story short, that is just my shit talk. I just think that people need to, like, if you, similar to almost like the teacher telling your daughter, like, oh, you're disrespecting our veterans. If you're not black, or if you're not gay, or you're not trans, you can't speak on anyone else. You can't speak on someone's experience that you have no fucking... Like you
don't know what it's like.
If you don't know what it's like, if you've never been in a situation and you can
never experience that either.
Yeah, and then there's no way possible you can experience. Just stay in your lane.
Support them.
Support, please. But you know what? I won't even ask you to be supportive. Like, I would like for everyone to be supportive. But look, just shut the fuck up. Just keep your opinions to yourself.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up. And I love this friend. So it wasn't like we didn't get into it, but I want people to really, like, if you don't know anything about, or you're not connected at all to that person's experience, don't speak on it.
Don't do it. Now, there's one more thing I was doing. Thank you so much for that shit talk, because I feel like it's very important. Fuck the teacher. Fuck whoever told you people aren't born gay. But were you there when I was born? Did you feel it? Did you feel the pain? No.
Did you feel me? Did you pull
me out?
Was you there when Jackie was when I was getting pulled out of Jackie's stomach because I was a C-section baby? Because I was a C-section baby.
I had a C-section too. Anywho, there's one more thing that I'm doing when the shows are over, and I've told everyone how important, and as you know as well, it is for iTunes to get iTunes reviews, to get iTunes ratings, because, you know, it just is the way of life. There's certain things that we need in this realm of podcasting. So I decided that every show I was going to choose a review and shout them out and read their review on the show. So one day you might be listening and it's like, oh my God, that's my review. So here goes one that I got on Tuesday, and I thought it was so cute. Her name is Carrie, mom of 5. And I was like, oh, you got time to listen to this show? Oh my God.
Come on, Carrie.
But her title was What Have I Been Missing? And I'm like, you been me? Okay. Man.
Did you pop it?
Super popping. And I'm in New York recording this, Carrie. I'm talking about you from New York. Okay. It says,
if you can see your face when she said New York.
New York. Man, I just listened to my first episode when Laura Diaz shared it. How have I been missing out on you for so long? It's only 32 weeks, baby. Not that long. You have so much more coming. She says, I loved it, and now I have 31 episodes to catch up on. Now, please excuse me while I ignore my husband and kids for a few days to catch up.
Yeah.
How cute is that?
You fucking the game up, sis.
I love it. So you guys go on iTunes, put a rating, preferably 5 stars. If you do less than 5 stars, you know, talk to me first. Let me know what's going on. Well, I'll fix it.
Speak to me nice.
Talk to me. Do the 5 and then let me know what's going on. What you need from me.
Even if you don't feel like it's 5, give her 5 anyway.
Give me 5 anyway. So that's basically what I've been doing. So Carrie, thank you. Just at least feed your children. And at least suck your husband's dick a couple times a week so he don't go somewhere else because of me, and then I'm gonna feel guilty. Then you're gonna call me and talk about all.
Then your rating might drop.
Yes. Then she gonna put another rating on there with a new iTunes thing talking about 1 star. I'm divorced because of her.
Lost everything I love because of shit. I'm 30 podcast. That's gonna be the fucking time.
That would be awful. But anyway, Savoy, tell everyone where they can listen to you.
So you can listen to the Pray Thot podcast on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music Play, and a few other random whatever my aggregator, wherever my aggregator goes. But iTunes, Spotify, Google Music Play, SoundCloud are the main ones. Help a bitch out. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram as Pray Thot. On Instagram, the thought is a 0. Instead of a O, because for some reason Instagram don't want people to be a O thot. They want people to be a 0.
Oh, you're just not allowed. So nobody has it.
No one has it in their name.
Yeah.
So
Instagram ain't here for the thoughting.
Nope. And I'm the number one thought ally. So
number one. So whenever I want to have a thought moment, I'm gonna call you up and be like, "This is going on."
Yeah, I'm a thought
between
ally.
you and Mandy. No, I'll be a hoe. I can't. I have to block. I'm blocking both of y'all.
I support.
I do too.
We all deserve good sex.
Yeah. And do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Anyways, this has been another episode of Shit I'm 30, and you can find me anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast.
Yay, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, God damn it. Let's go have a shot. Actually, I gotta call this damn Uber. Bye, y'all.
Bye.